Mom said I couldn't come to Halloween because there's no space. When I saw photos online, there was a seat with my name and my brother's girlfriend sitting in it. The glow of my phone screen in the darkened room felt like an accusation. It was just after midnight, the 1st of November, and the ghost of Halloween still lingered in the air. I'd spent the evening on my couch, wrapped in a blanket, feeling a dull, persistent ache of loneliness I'd told myself was just seasonal melancholy. I'd rewatched an old horror movie, eaten half a bag of candy meant for trick-or-treaters we never get, and tried very hard not to think about the family party I wasn't at. My mother's voice from 2 days prior was a faint tinny echo in my mind. "Oh, honey, I'm so sorry, but there's just no space this year. With Mark and Sarah and your uncle's family coming, we're absolutely packed to the gills. We'll do something soon, just the two of us, I promise." It was a familiar script, a gentle, regretful dismissal that I had learned to swallow without complaint. It was easier than arguing. It was easier than pointing out that my uncle's family hadn't come to a holiday in 5 years. I was scrolling through my cousin's social media feed, a masochistic ritual I performed after every family event I was excluded from. It was my way of attending from a distance, of gathering the scraps of celebration so I could at least pretend I knew what had happened. There were the usual photos, my aunt in a clumsy witch costume, my uncle looking bored in a plastic vampire cape, my younger cousin sticky with chocolate, and then I saw it, the picture that stopped my heart. It was a wide shot of the dining room table, laden with a Halloween feast. Everyone was seated, smiling, their faces painted and silly. The table was perfectly set with themed plates and little pumpkin decorations. And in the foreground, slightly out of focus, but still painfully undeniably clear, was an empty chair. Or rather, a chair that had just been vacated for the photo. And on the table, propped against a wine glass, was a little black lace card with elegant, spidery white calligraphy. My name, and sitting in the chair next to it, her arms slung casually around my brother Mark's shoulders, was his girlfriend, Sarah. She was wearing a cat ear headband and a triumphant little smirk. She was in my seat. No, not just my seat. She was at my place. A setting with my name on it. A space they had specifically reserved for the person they had specifically told me had no space. The air left my lungs in a rush. It wasn't just an empty chair. It was a performance. A piece of theater designed to prove a point I hadn't even realized was being made. The name card was the detail that tipped it from casual exclusion into something deliberate, something cruel. They hadn't just forgotten me or run out of room. They had set a place for me and then given it to someone else, leaving my name there as a silent, mocking testament to my absence. It was a symbol of my replacement. The phone felt heavy, cold, a block of ice in my trembling hand. I zoomed in, my thumb shaking. My name, written in my mother's perfect, beautiful script, the same script from every birthday card, every passive-aggressive note left on the counter, every check she'd ever written me. It was her handwriting. She had written my name, placed it on the table, and then watched as another woman took my place. The casualness of Sarah's pose, the smug contentment on her face, the way my brother beamed beside her, it was a portrait of a happy family that had surgically, neatly, excised me from the frame. My first impulse was a hot, blinding wave of rage. I wanted to throw my phone against the wall. I wanted to get in my car and drive the 45 minutes to my mother's house and scream until my throat was raw. I wanted to hold that photo up to her face and demand an explanation, but I knew what the explanation would be. It would be a torrent of gaslighting and feigned confusion. "Oh, honey, you're being so sensitive." Sarah just sat there for a moment. "The place card was a little joke. We were missing you." Or, "You're twisting things. You always twist things. Why do you have to be so dramatic?" I had heard it all before. My reactions were always the problem, never the actions that caused them. My pain was an inconvenience, an overreaction, a character flaw. For years I had believed it. I had spent my entire adult life trying to be less sensitive, less dramatic, less me. I had shrunk myself down, bit by bit, to fit into the cramped, airless space they allowed for me in the family, and now they were telling me even that tiny space was gone. But something was different this time. The sheer, theatrical cruelty of the name card broke through years of conditioning. It was so blatant, so undeniable. It was proof. It wasn't a feeling I was having or an interpretation I was making. It was a photograph of a place card with my name on it, in a place I was told I couldn't be, with my replacement sitting right there. The rage cooled into something harder and heavier. A cold, dense certainty settled in my stomach.
Full story on channel link below.